Good morning and what it do, guys. You already know who it is. Your boy Sally Cell. We're back today for another full day of tinting. We got two vehicles coming in today. I have a Tesla Model Y that wants to get two windows done in ceramic, as well as their front windshield in a clear ceramic film. And then we have a Jeep Wrangler, I believe, that's coming by this morning a little bit after the Tesla Model Y is dropped off, and we're going to go ahead and throw ceramic all around that as well. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, guys, we pulled this gem out of the garage, or the backyard, better say. It's been sitting there for like 4 months. Big story to it, but 2010 Honda Genesis Coupe Track Edition. As you guys can see, it's got Brembos on it, stock. If you know anything about Genesis, they came stock from the factory with limited slip differential, and not all Genesis Coupes, but the Track Edition, especially in the R spec, came with Brembo brakes, limited slip differential, 6-speed transmission. Beautiful car, man. I picked this car up probably like 3 years ago, or 3 years ago, from Copart in Oklahoma for $1,200, and I drove it all the way home from the impound, or the insurance lot. It had a hit. The bumper was hanging off. The radiator was pretty dented or whatever, but it still worked. It still had water, and like I said, I literally just drove it straight home, jumped the car, and that was that. So nothing more than that is what I did. Uh, Man, it's a really clean car though, guys. Show you a close up. It's not mine per se, but it's mine, and I'm gonna clean it up, make it look nice, tint it. We're gonna go ahead and throw a nice wrap on it, and a couple other things. But she's definitely a beaut. Wheels, I'm guessing they either powder coated the wheels or something like that. I'm not sure, but we got a new bumper on not too long ago. She's looking nice, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, guys, let's get this day of tinting started. We got the shop all prepared, cleaned up, swept, wiped down. We got nice canopy up for some extra heat protection out here in Arizona, and we're going to get to work today, guys. Stay tuned, stay focused, stay vigilant. We have this beautiful, I'm going to say, black obsidian Tesla Model Y that's coming in with the blackout package fully around, black wheels, black trim, black everything, black interior. Beautiful, beautiful car. The best part about this car in specific, it's a little better than the Model 3 and the Tesla Model X for me personally, only because the Tesla Model X has a windshield that's like 55 inches of of just length. It's really hard to shrink. It's really hard to get perfect. The Tesla Model 3 has something similar in the back. It has a 55-inch rear window, which sucks for shrinking. It's like a giant panoramic sunroof on the front or the back of the car. Those ones aren't cool. The Tesla Model Y is a little more practical. It does have a full panoramic sunroof from the front to the back of the car, but the front windshield's regular size, as well as the back window being regular size, completely manageable, nothing that you need to worry about. I will say, just as like a, you know, just for you guys to know, like a fun fact, Tesla Model X's have this, some of them, I think, I don't know, don't quote me. I know the one that I worked on had this. It has a spoiler that'll go like right over the window right here. So when you're hand cutting the window, you have to somehow kind of figure out the shape, unless you're getting it printed, but the shape of and how to get under the spoiler. It's just like really inconvenient for tinners. So uh we won't even worry about that, but we're going to go ahead and kill this car right now. We're doing 20% ceramic on the front two windows, and we're going to go ahead and throw the clear ceramic on the front windshield. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get the car in the shop, I'm going to get the front window prepped, I'm going to get the windows cleaned off, the windows cut out, and then I'll get back with you guys after that. Stay tuned. All right, let me get on over here. Hopefully my mic is working. But another thing that I want you guys to always think about when you're tinting a car that has frameless windows. Frameless meaning that there's no plastic that runs over the top of the window when the door opens. This is a mistake. There's a couple things that can go wrong. One, if you realize when you close the door, look at the window. It automatically goes up. When you open it, it automatically goes down. So when it's open, it's not fully up. So what you could do is you could cut the window out, right? You can add a little extra on the bottom and hope that it's going to be enough, but you never know how far this window or this door is going to allow the window to go completely up, so you might be short. So instead of being short, you always want to ensure that you make the window go up before you start cutting and prepping the window to start laying. How do you do that? You have to trick the window into thinking that the door is closed. So let me get you guys over here. All right. You gotta be really careful. It's a really beautiful Tesla. So in every car, this usually works. There's some cars that it doesn't, and I'll explain to you what you got to do after if this doesn't work just right here. So in the door, there's like the latch, right? So when the door closes, it presses against it, so it makes it move downward, right? So we're gonna make it move downward. That's one click. It's like the door being halfway closed. Then you push it all the way down, and watch. Look at that. The door is tricked into thinking that it's completely up now. Hold up. So now the car thinks the door is closed, which means the window is completely up to its full capacity of where it needs to be, which is good for us because we're going to cut this window out and we're going to make it work. I didn't know that these Tesla Model Ys have dual pane windows. That's pretty badass. Completely off topic. But so now that it's up, it's going to think that it's closed. But something that you need to know, because I've done this twice in the past when I was learning to do tinting, it's not a good feeling. It's not good. The client's not going to be happy, but the window's up and it thinks the door's closed. So that means you can't just close the door because it's going to hit this trim, right? It hits the trim right here. And one, what it could do, bust the whole window. Whole window gets busted out. Or two, it'll scratch this little trim right here and it'll leave such a distinct scratch you are not going to be able to say anything about that. You're going to have to deal with the repercussions of what you did, which is not the best feeling either. But just me giving you guys a heads up. So I'm going to go ahead and get these windows cut out. Over here, I've got the front windshield prepping with the dryer sheet and the soap and everything, letting that dry so that I can start dry shrinking everything else. So I'm going to get these cut out. I'm put this on time lapse, and I'll see you guys in a second.
Fast car music, give a fuck if you dance for real. I'm talking real deal, Holyfield. Taking pink slips and I got accolades to show it's real, you know the deal. My flow is real, so surreal and make you feel things you never feel. These prophetic flows show the heaven's real. I'm shredded steel, Pirelli peel to the tires blowing off the wheel. I'm stone cold behind the wheel. Hey, they screaming, oh no, Sally finna.
Alright, y'all. So I went ahead, got the window cut out to what it looks like, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do, because I don't have a printer yet, I haven't made that investment. You don't need it. I know a lot of people that make a lot of money without the printer, but it's definitely an easier route. I don't really always care about doing the easier route as long as I know I can get it done, right? So I got this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw it back on the peel board. I'm going to squeegee it all out. I'm going to throw another piece of tint on top of it, and I'm going to pretty much trace this whole thing so that I could have for the other window, and boom, all done. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and I hit the gas, do the dash, and I'm collecting the ends, man. Phone ring, the race started 4 minutes. I ain't tripping, so I click and get to eating up the city for real. Mickey Thompson on a 15-inch conversion kit. 30 pounds of boots, so that the only thing I'm flirting with. I'm really scared of shit, I always stay alert as shit. And
Already given up. It's really nice blue haze. I love ceramic, man. If you could get it, if you could pay for it, it's definitely worth it. It's a good investment. You know, it's always going to be, you know, good for the car too. And your interior. Can't go wrong with that. Squeegee on over here. Squeegee on over here as well. Look at that, boys. I love frameless windows. When you learn the right technique, these are the easiest windows to lay. They'll give you a really good sense of confidence when you start working on your windows. So anybody that's looking to start tinting, man, I recommend starting on these windows. It'll make it easier for you to understand how to cut, how to shrink, how to do a lot of things. So all right, let's get it cleaned up. Make sure we're wiping down the doors always. It doesn't stain, but it can. And it's just honestly like, if it doesn't stain, which majority of the time it really doesn't, it just isn't good to look at while you're working. It makes you. We were about to have a problem. I was like, no way this dude's window's this dirty. He just bought it. You guys are about to witness Sally Cell getting pissed, boy. We went through, we double squeezed to make sure that every single bubble is out. We don't have to worry about that. Bring the triangle down the side just to be sure all water is locked out of there. Come through here. Just like that. Windows tinted. Wipe it down again. Make sure you're clean here. I'm not gonna let the door close completely yet. There's still gonna be like soap that's stuck in the seal, so I like to let that kind of do its thing before I do my thing any further. Let everything kind of dry up. Then I'll come in there with a triangle, get it all cleaned up. Let me spray it down here. I like to keep it soaked as fuck. Keep that shit moistened, then a motherfucker. I'm gonna take you for a ride on a big jet plane. Hey, hey, I wanna take you for a ride. Alrighty, boys, so we just finished up with this Tesla Model Y. I'm gonna go ahead and back it out so we can get more in the sun. So we went ahead through 20% ceramic on the two front windows and 70% ceramic on the front windshield. He's going to definitely be real cool in here all the time. We're all finished up with the Tesla Model Y. We had him come in for ceramic front windshield and two ceramic side windows. So we went ahead and took care of that. Looked great. You know, as always, we killed it. I gave you guys a lot more of like a step-by-step process of how it goes, but this is what it looks like when it's done, boys. Clean and pristine, you know what I mean? Alrighty, and we're back for another car today. Like I said, we got two cars coming in for the day. We had this beautiful, beautiful Tesla Model Y. Trying my best to hide that. And then now we got this Jeep Wrangler convertible top. Really, really nice car. It's a beautiful white. She wants to go ahead and do the same thing that was on the Tesla. So 20% ceramic on the side windows and ceramic front windshield on the front and 70%. So we're going to do just that. So get a good look at it now. Nice and fish bowly. And we're going to show you just how we do it around here. All right, guys. Alrighty, boys. So we're now finished with this Jeep Wrangler that came in earlier. We went ahead, did the same package like I said on the Tesla. So 20% front windows and back windows. As you can see, it's immaculate. You know how we do over here at Divine Auto Works. Real, real clean. I like this one too because it has a soft top, so I really didn't even have to do none of these windows, which is super cool. I would have loved to though, just to make a little more money, but it is what it is. Money's money, guys. So Here's the other side, and that's the final result. Hustling. Stay tuned.